I think we'll see a lot of activity around the concept of building back better. I think we'll see a lot of investment going towards new ideas and new technology that strives to promote a cleaner and better tomorrow for everyone.
Partnerships. And when we talk about partnerships, we normally mean partnership between a corporate and a tech startup. But I think the new trend is partnership between multiple startups in the micromobility and urban mobility industry. And this is happening already today. We are testing our solution with 2 other startups in the urban mobility industry, and we're doing it in Germany. And I think this type of partnerships are going to be more in 2021 and in the future.
I'm going to say money in 2021. I think with a new president in the White House, lots of countries spelling out their net zero commitments, not least of all China, and also COVID actually, I think, has really shone a light on the demise of oil and put the focus on a green recovery. So I think we're going to see a lot more investment coming into this space in 2021. That's going to be really exciting.
Electric vehicles. Next year, I think we'll see significant progress towards solving the trifecta of challenges, which is around electric vehicles, charging infrastructure, as well as instilling consumer confidence in the system.
This is going to be the year for battery storage and also the year for EV charging infrastructure. It's looking like we're going to move from kind of a slow drip feed, which has been happening over the last few years, to kind of the floodgates opening up and lots of exciting projects to be delivered in 2021.
I think we're going to see a shift in acceptance and perception around the use of micromobility within the region. Today, there's a lot of skepticism about whether this product will work here, but I think you'll see it get introduced in several cities and countries for the first time, and the perception will evolve beyond entertainment to real functional usage.
Looking forward to the rise of vehicle-to-grid, and in particular, the arrival of AC vehicle-to-grid in the domestic market.
Scaling up of grid scale energy storage. So whether that be vanadium, liquid air, battery technologies with more common earth materials, and hydrogen, of course, it's going to have to scale up because the grid is now at a point where renewables keep growing and we have no way of balancing the grid once we phase out coal. So hopefully hydrogen plays a mix in that, and our fuel cells will help convert that hydrogen back into electricity.
Palm-led decision-making to improve travel choices is going to be the future, particularly for EV charging and e-mobility.
2021 will be the pivotal year which sees the shift of electric vehicles from the margins to the mainstream.
Constant involvement in charging infrastructure and a general migration over to zero-emission vehicles.
2021, I am expecting to see much more different loyalty programs and gamification methods for this sustainable technology.
I believe that privatization of fleets is going to be huge in 2021. We're already seeing that trend in 2020, but we'll see a lot more of it in the new year, as well as we are seeing subscription features being a lot more prominent in discussions. And so our team will be creating more around that as well.
99% of the stuff we buy, we actually throw away within 6 months. So we need to move from make, use, trash to make, use, reuse. And technology is something that can make the reuse economy so much easier. And it can shift perceptions from it being thrifty to trendy. And that's what we're all about.
E-scooters will become safe, compliant, environmentally friendly, and a magic experience for everyone.
2021 is going to be an excellent year for renewable energies for 3 reasons. The first one, because we have a new US president and we know that he's climate friendly. Second is because China recovered very, very fast after COVID. And third, because the EU passed a stimulus package, which is the biggest green stimulus in history. And a third of the funds are earmarked for renewable energies. So 2021 is going to be excellent.
Future is fast and electric. I believe the new normal will mean zero-emission choices from everyone. Electric vehicles are leading the carbon-neutral mobility revolution, and the experience of charging an EV will be fast and seamless in the future.
I think next year is going to be a bumper year for battery electric vehicles as well as plug-in hybrid vehicles. We've seen incredible adoption this year, and I only expect that to be better next year. I think we'll be surpassing all expectations with latent consumer demand that we're going to see in the market. And I think that's for both cars and vans. Cars driven predominantly by company cars with the benefit in kind tax breaks that we're seeing, and vans because of the operational fleets wanting to address their costs against ultra low emission zones and the broader trend of fleet electrification.
I think 2021 will see a renewed focus on public health, clean energy and air quality. And in my sector, that's leading to the electrification of everything. So cars, planes, public transport, shipping, anything that you can think of, which is really driving a lot of activity. And we're now starting to see a big upturn and uptick in the investment in the deployment of the infrastructure and the products and technologies that are needed in order to facilitate electrifying all of these different areas.
More electric vans, trucks, and cars from established players such as Volvo and from new startups.
Working in transportation for the last 10 years, specifically shared mobility, which is kind of the new forms, car sharing, bike sharing, ride hailing, all of those. And the thing that has accelerated last year or started and will continue in the next year is increasing diversity of the workforce that designs these services.
Recent announcement from the UK government that from 2030 there'll be a ban on all new petrol and diesel car sales. I see that investment in the electric and zero emission sector, particularly charging infrastructure, both at workplace and public, is going to be really important. But on that, looking at investment opportunities and investment returns, supporting companies that operate in sectors like energy storage, for example, that are focused on making renewable energy more efficient with a particular focus for the charging infrastructure.
That'll be a really interesting move towards more people adopting micromobility that supports good physical health, but also good mental health. So people choosing transport options that are socially distant, they're hygienic, but also fun and enjoyable.
The clean tech trend that I see for 2021 is the 15-minute city. The 15-minute city is going to make travel more human-centric, neighborhood-based, and sustainable in the long term.
Sustainability. It's about people and planet, but it's also about a business's profit. And so when you're thinking about the future business models that are going to have a massive impact on the world in your business, don't forget to look at your waste. Unused inventory, from raw materials to finished goods, can be monetized. It has value, and you can take that unused inventory and turn what would be pollution into profit.